this video, we will explore two very important exercises that will lay fantastic groundwork for your dog's future training. These exercises will teach you how to tell your dog that they are doing a behavior correctly and how to ask your dog to move without physically handling them. First, let's start with talking about how we can let our dogs know that they are on the track to success. We do this by using what is called a marker, a sound that happens at the exact moment they display the behavior we are looking for, followed directly by a reward. Here at school, we primarily use a clicker to teach our dogs new behaviors. A clicker makes a distinct sound, which adds extra clarity to our communication. However, you can also use a word such as good or yes to indicate to your dog that they are doing a behavior correctly. There are two very important elements when using a marker: timing and rewarding. We want to make sure that we are marking at the moment the behavior occurs. For example, we want to mark the dog for a sit at the moment that their butt touches the floor. The second piece of the puzzle is to keep your promise. For every click, we want to make sure that we are rewarding accordingly. This will keep our dogs enthusiastic to work with us in the future. Let's practice without your dog first. Go ahead and try clicking when you see the dog on screen look up towards the camera. Replay this section whenever you feel like you want a refresher on when to click, and don't forget that your reward should directly follow. Now that you understand how to let your dog know that they are performing a behavior correctly, let's work on our first dog training cue: nose target. Nose targeting is a behavior where we ask our dog to use their nose to make contact with an object. For this exercise, we will be using our hand as the target. The reason that we start with our own hand is so that we can ask our dogs to travel to a certain location without having to physically manipulate them to get them there. First, you'll want to get a handful of treats to start with. Offer a closed fist full of these goodies towards your dog, only about 2 or 3 inches away from them. The second that their nose makes any kind of contact with your fist, you'll mark and reward. Once your dog is able to perform this behavior successfully 5 times in a row, we can begin to move our hands slightly from side to side, asking our dog to maneuver more to make contact. Repeat this for another 5 successful repetitions in a row before adding more distance to the cue, asking your pup to cover more ground to reach the target. Finally, once your dog is successful in these variations, we can begin to fade out the food from inside of our fist. Now when our dog makes contact with our hand, we will click and reward from somewhere other than our target hand. Remember, the moment that we are clicking for is when our dog's nose reaches contact with our hand. Finally, once your dog understands the game and is rushing to make contact with your fist, we can begin to add our cue word. Here at I Said Sit, we like to use the word touch. To do this, we are going to pair offering our fist towards our dog and saying the word touch. When our pup makes contact, we'll mark and reward. Do you see the pattern? Over time, you can begin playing this game in all sorts of ways. Try adding more people or changing environments to increase difficulty. Targeting is a simple foundational lesson that has multiple real-life uses. It also serves as a great building block for numerous other behaviors and tricks. Whether you find yourself wanting to teach your dog how to spin or just need to redirect your dog quickly, targeting will be an important tool to carry in your training journey. And don't forget, cue, click, treat.